Hello, my name is Jonathan Hoover, and today I'll be giving a TED Talk over sleep, the importance of sleep, kind of the psychology behind sleep, and the kind of student athlete side of the importance of sleep. Uh, First off, we're going to start with what is the definition of sleep. We all know what sleep is, but our book gives a certain definition. Says the sleep definition is a periodic and natural loss of consciousness. So this is a very natural thing for our bodies. We all do it. I think it's a third of our life is taken up in sleep. Um, so now we'll kind of get into the psychological side of sleep. There are five reasons psychologists say that we need sleep. Uh, I think a lot of this is true. I think a lot of it, there could be more explanation for it, a little bit more added into it, kind of explaining the reasoning behind it. I'm going to kind of go into that, especially when we talk about the student athlete side of it. So the first reason psychologists say we need sleep, I kind of see this as almost more uh, socially. So the first one is protection. It basically says a lot of bad things happen at night. So most crime, all most of it all happens at night, and basically if we're inside sleeping, we can't really get involved or get in trouble with it. So that's kind of their main reason. I kind of see that as more of a sociological thing. The second reason psychologists say we need sleep is for recovery. When we're asleep, our immune system is restored. Right now, I'm a little sick. I haven't been sleeping as well. I was up late last night, but uh, it repairs our brain tissue and it repairs our neurons in our body. Uh, and I'll kind of go more into recovery, especially once we get more to the student athlete side of it, because it also doesn't it repairs all that, but it repairs even more. Like your whole body gets repaired down to your muscles, down to your cells, down to your brain activity. Uh, so the third reason psychologists say we need sleep is um, to restore and rebuild memories. So from that day, the more sleep you get from that day, the more you're going to remember that day. So let's say you're in school and when you get enough sleep at night, um, it strengthens your neural connections in your brain, and which basically means you're going to absorb more information. So a lot during the school year, a lot of people are like, you need to get a lot of sleep and enough sleep every night, not only so that you're rested, but also that information that you learn that day. If you get enough sleep that night, more of that information you're going to be able to obtain later, because the neurons in your brain have been connected, and so that's kind of like a learning aspect. You can learn from that. If you get more sleep, you're going to be able to learn more. Basically, you're not learn more, but you're going to be able to obtain the information more, which means better grades, which means better scholarships, which means better life, basically. So the fourth reason psychologists say we need sleep, it says it feeds creative thinking. Um, Basically, whenever you're not tired, you're awake, you can spot more creative things easily, more connections easily. Um, you don't have to. You're not lagging behind uh, thinking about just sleeping. You're focused and you're ready, and so you'll be able to spot connections a lot faster. The fifth reason psychologists say we need sleep says it supports growth, which is obviously true. So when we do sleep, our pituitary gland releases a hormone that we need for muscle development. So this also ties into recovery. So when we sleep, that's when we repair. So in growth, whenever you have those growing pains, I used to get them a lot when I was a kid. But whenever you have those growing pains, when you sleep, I remember I would sleep and wake up and feel a lot better because my muscles had developed a little more overnight that I had since I had that sleep. So yeah. Now I'm going to get more into the student athlete side of sleep and the importance of it. So I played soccer when I was little. I played basketball when I was little. I got into football when I was probably fifth grade or so, and then from fifth grade till my first year in college, I played football. Uh, so I'm going to kind of talk about more of the student athlete side, especially since I have a lot of experience in that area. So all my time as an athlete, I learned so much, not only about the sport, but like life lessons in general. Learned a lot about resilience, learned a lot about respect, dedication, responsibility. But I'm going to focus on sleep, obviously. I learned a lot about sleep and how important it is. I remember when I was in high school, my senior year in high school, there was a guy who gave a speech about one of my teammates. He gave a speech about sleep and the importance of it. Um, as an athlete, you're constantly working out, or you're getting injured or hurt in some way, uh, tearing your muscles, stuff like that. Well, sleep, like we said before, it's a recovery system. So when you sleep, your body is here to recover. In the book, it kind of gives a metaphorical thing where, like, when you're unconscious, your mind leaves your body, and then a cleaning crew comes in and basically says, "Sleep tight. We're going to tidy up." So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, so sleep helps your muscles heal not only from injury but also from workout. So when you work out, you tear your muscles. You'll get micro tears in your muscles, and that releases lactic acid, which is what makes you sore. The more you work out, the harder you work out, the more your muscles will tear, and the more lactic acid. So obviously, there's several stuff that'll help with repair. Drink a lot of water will get rid of that lactic acid. But sleep, uh, like I said before, I'm going to say it again. I think this is the third time. It repairs your muscles at night when you sleep. And when you repair those muscles after you've worked out, it also makes them larger. So not only do you get stronger and bigger, but you heal. So I kind of have a rule of thumb for sleep for me. Obviously, if you haven't heard this already, you should be getting 8 hours of sleep, if not more. Um, so my general rule is, for me specifically, I try and sleep 8 hours on the dot. That's that's my goal, and then definitely no less than six. Definitely no more than 10. I want to be in that window, but I want to be as close to 8 hours as possible. That's my rule. Uh, the reason no less than six is because obviously I'm gonna be tired. I'm not gonna be able to obtain my information that I got. I'm not gonna be able to repair my body and be rested for the next day. Uh, no more than 10, unless I've been up for 48 hours and needed. But on one night, I don't want to get more than 10, because when I sleep more than 10, a lot of people will agree with this. When you sleep more than 10 hours or more than you normally sleep, you actually still feel tired for some reason. But so I kind of aim for that 8 hour on the dot, which doesn't happen all the time, but that's my goal. So I hope this TED Talk helped at least learn a bit about sleep. Hopefully, it's a little more important to you. It is very important, as an athlete. It's what I learned. So thank you for joining me, and have a blessed day.